welcome to my channel, Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura. It is great to be with you guys today. I'm here to do another pick a card reading. I've been doing these about once a week, so you guys know the drill by now. I do have 4 piles down here that you can choose from for your pick a card this week. I'm feeling very beachy today, so I do have the crystals inside seashells this time. I don't know, I'm just ready to have some fun. Actually, I've been working really hard, so. If you do like this reading and you like what this channel is all about, please do subscribe and hit that bell. You'll be notified when I upload a new video. If you do like this particular reading, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel and it helps me know that I'm on the right track. I do like it when you put comments down below as well. So if something's resonating with you and you think, wow, that's my reading right there, go ahead and claim it if it's yours. As always, if you think someone might be interested in these videos, please feel free to share it with anybody. I am just trying to reach the people. I'm a human being, by the way. I'm just a tarot reader. I'm a human being. So I get caught up in some ego sometimes myself, as much as I am trying to curb that ego a little bit, and I get caught up in the numbers. And my new thing is it's not about numbers. It's about reaching the people that need to be reached, the people that can benefit from this message that I have, that can benefit from these readings, that will find it interesting or fun, or maybe there's a little bit of truth in there that they can hang on to, whatever it is. If you think someone might benefit from these readings, please do pass my channel along to anybody, or pass a video along to anybody that you think, when you see it, if it reminds you of someone and says, oh, they're going through that right now. Definitely pass it along to them. So instead of looking at my numbers, I'm going to be measuring the success of my channel in a very different way. Am I reaching the people that need these messages, or want these messages, or could benefit from these messages? That's my goal. So I am filming this particular yes or no pick a card in November 2020, but it is a timeless pick a card. So whenever you find it, these messages for you. And without delaying any further, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down so you can choose from the 4 piles that I have here for your yes or no pick a card. Just please remember to think of your question before you choose the pile. Okay, that's all of the business for now. We're going to get started on this week's yes or no pick a card reading. Welcome back, my friends. As I said, I do have 4 piles here for you to choose from. On pile 1, I have a rose quartz. On pile 2, I have an Aqua quartz. On pile 3, I have a citrine. And on pile 4, I have an amethyst. These are all rough cut today, and they're all crystal-like. As I said, I'm just just want to have some fun today with this. So I'm just in a very light, happy mood. And so I chose crystals that were, to me, pretty, sparkly, light, and happy. So choose the pile that is speaking to you, and we will get started with your reading. I'll put the timestamps in the description box below so you can go directly to your reading. Again, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I'll see you at your reading. Welcome back. If you chose pile 1 for your yes or no pick a card with the rose quartz, the crystal of love, universal love, all kinds of love, romantic love, that's the rose quartz, man. It's a good heart healing stone. Okay, so if you chose pile 1 for your yes or no pick a card, these are going to be your messages. I have all kinds of cards in here. I asked kind of a little bit of different questions for each one of the cards. I'm just going to pull it all out and see if we can come up with, and I'm sure I will, come up with a yes or no and a message for you guys today. All right, so for the Sacred Traveler Oracle, we got View from Above, get the big picture. For the Angels and Ancestors Guidance, so we got Moon, take note of intuitive messages. It's interesting. For the regular, I went back to my trusty 25-year-old probably plus now. Rider-Waite deck, I love it. It feels like home to me. I like using new cards for sure because they're crisp and clean and whatever, but I always go back to these. These are just, they definitely have my energy in there. Okay, so we have Temperance, the Devil, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. And just for some additional clarification, I got a couple of tarot from, move these up a little bit here. From the Druid Craft Tarot, I like the, I'm really studying these cards. I like the images in them. I like the imagery. They have some nuances in their meaning. They're very similar to just the regular Rider-Waite Tarot, but there are some nuances in their meaning. This is, the Druid culture is definitely like England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. So that's kind of cool. I think a lot of my people came from that area before they settled in America. So I'm just learning about all of it, and it's real interesting to me. Okay, so for the Druid Craft Tarot, we got Three of Wands, and we got the Chariot. Okay, this is a yes. This is a definite yes. This is moving, actual movement forward. Okay, so I see a few things here. The Nine of Pentacles is actually a wish fulfillment card. It is an abundance card. This is a very abundant queen. She is a queen that, if you will notice, is alone. She has mastered money, actually. She's very good financially. She's has maybe an empire or an estate or whatever you would call it. She has good family relationships. She has maybe even some children, by the way. So she may have been married at one time, but for whatever reason right now, she is single. This is a card of self-sufficiency. But it is a card of also being alone, going it alone, and being very successful going it alone. She does kind of look a little wistfully at the bird, suggesting that maybe she, all things considered, she wouldn't mind having a mate, but she doesn't for whatever reason right now. This is the card of victory. The Six of Wands, this guy's been out on a battle. He's won, he's come into town. He's carrying, this is the laurel wreath. Back in the day was the symbol for victory. The townspeople are coming up to congratulate him. So it's kind of also getting public recognition for something that you've done. And let's talk about these two cards over here because they are major arcana. To me, in this particular reading, they feel like timing cards. They may be people cards. The Devil card is the card for Capricorn. The Sagittarius card, the Temperance card is the card for Sagittarius. And the reason I think these might be time frames is because this is coming up, right? I'm filming this in November. So the end of November and beginning of December is Sagittarius time. The end of December and the beginning of January is Capricorn time. So this does kind of feel like to me, this is a timing of your yes, like it is a yes. It feels like it might happen at the end of, sometime from the end of November to the beginning of January in that time frame. But these could also be people that are connected with your yes, maybe a Sagittarius, maybe a Capricorn. To read these cards, I kind of am not feeling the energy too much of this is what's happening, except maybe you are getting unstuck. That does feel like something that is happening. And the Devil card can be being stuck. Just not being able to see your way out. If you notice, these guys are kind of tied kind of, you know, that's what the devil is all about, right? Being tied to something. It's not necessarily good for you, but the ties are very loose, and these people can get out at any time that they want to. It's almost like a self-imposed stuck. They need to look at their situation in a different way. They need to look at whatever it is that's keeping them stuck, and that can be a million things. It can be an addiction to a person. It can be an addiction to some substance. It can be an addiction to... It is a card of overindulgence and excess, right? So those kind of things can keep us stuck. Are you addicted to sugar? There's just so many things. Are you addicted to a situation? Like you keep having this pattern over and over and over again. So there's like some stuck programming in here. In any case, the card does mean stuck. The card of Temperance is like a card of alchemy, mixing a little bit of this and a little bit of that to create something new, but it's also bringing balance back into your life. It's a card of bartender for me. So, food and bartender, I don't know. Chef, I don't know. Because that's what chefs do. They mix a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make something new, right? So if these two cards are not timing, if it's not, you know, this is when your yes is going to happen, it may be people that are connected to your question, and it may also be just getting more balance in your life, getting unstuck and getting more balance in your life, which propels you forward. And that brings me down to these cards here. We have the Chariot card. This is actually definite movement forward. She is, she's got two horses here, one white and one black. She is guiding those horses, and the kind of the literal meaning of it is balancing opposing forces to move forward, to get what you want. It does require willpower. It does require determination. You have that in spades. This is also a card of travel, so I don't know if your question had anything to do with travel. The Chariot indicates that it might. You are definitely moving. You're moving forward. This Three of Wands also is kind of a card of travel. It's a card of looking out on the world. From the Two of Wands you have. In the Two of Wands, you're looking out on the world to see which direction you want to go in and what adventure you want to have next. In the Three of Wands, you're moving forward. You're taking that decision that you made and you're moving forward out into the world. This can be a successful beginning of a creative project, but in any case, there is definite movement here. You're moving forward. You're going somewhere. You are no longer stuck. And yes, whatever it is that you wish for, you can have it for sure. So the Moon card, I just asked for some guidance for our angels and ancestors. So this Moon says, take note of intuitive messages. So there might be some messages that you're getting about this situation that will help you move forward, that will propel you forward into this new adventure that you're going on here. So just pay attention to your intuition, to your dreams. Sometimes in the Moon phases, your dreams get more vivid, like on a full moon, or we just had a full moon at Halloween, and it's just a few days past that. But the new moon is a good time to set your intention for the coming month. So if you have some intuition to do that, or some inclination to set an intention for what it is that you want, this adventure that you want, this wish fulfillment, whatever that is, you can set that intention. Looks like it'll be coming to you in this time frame at the end of November and through the beginning of January. So I think that's why that moon is here for us. And then the final piece that I asked is for the Sacred Traveler cards. I asked, what action can pile one take in this yes or no pick a card reading to help them? What action do they need to take? We got view from above, get the big picture. So In addition to listening to your tuition, I think you want to look at this situation from the big picture, the whole world, right? You're looking out at the whole world to see what you want your next adventure to be. I don't think this is time to get stuck in details. I think and that kind of goes back to that new moon kind of setting your intention. I think you need to look at the whole world. I think you need to look at the big picture when you're setting that intention. It looks like you're actually ready to go out on some kind of big new adventure. And this is all pointing to yes. Just use your intuition, when you set your intention, and look at it from the big picture and not from the world is not small, okay? Even though you may be living in a small place, you may see the same people over and over again. This is saying maybe it's time to step out. Okay, that's a big fat yes. Even if that message part did not speak to you, the answer to your question is yes. You will get whatever it is you want. You win. Okay, that's all I have for my pile ones. Until next time, I'm sending you guys lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, if you chose pile 2 for your yes and no, pick a card with the Aqua or Quartz. These are going to be your messages. So the Aqua or Quartz is it's a beautiful, actually, stone. Very clear, but with a blue color, and then it has some prisms in it too. It's really pretty. But it helps you release negativity. It promotes angel messages and also promotes wealth. So that's cool. All right, so these are going to be your messages. I will see if I can get a clear yes or no here. I have several different kinds of cards. I have oracles, I have tarot. I'm going to pull them out all at the same time. For some of the cards, I asked a little bit of a different question, so we'll just see what we got here. And let's start with my tried and true 25-year-old Rider-Waite deck. We got the Emperor, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. And let's see what else. I got some more clarification from tarot, from the Druid Craft Tarot. So we got the Four of Pentacles, and we got the Four of Cups. And for the Sacred Traveler card, we got pleasure and passion and pleasure, savor your life. And for the wisdom from the Angels and Ancestor Oracle, we got autumn, release the old, and rest. Just in case I want to use that shot as a picture. Okay, so what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? What I'm getting actually is a not right now. I think what this is saying is it's a no for now. There are a few things that make me say that. This is a decision. This is a choice that needs to be made. But the literal meaning of the card is that you are at an impasse. There is a decision that needs to be made, but you don't want to face it. If you notice, she does have a blindfold on. She's got her back turned to this ocean here, or this body of water. The Moon card kind of indicates this is a card of intuition, like maybe you're using your intuition to guide you right now because there is a decision that you don't want to face. The message of the card is you can't hold out forever. You're going to have to take a look at it and make a decision eventually. I don't feel like that's today. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of you've been working really hard on something and you've just reached a natural place to rest, to stop, to take stock of what it is that you've been building or that you've been working on. It can be a card of, don't forget to celebrate the successes that you have had. Like you've maybe been working too hard and you're not taking the time out to just appreciate what you've done so far. You have worked hard on this. You've made some good progress, by the way. But you have reached a natural place to stop and rest and decide if you want to move forward or not. So the Emperor card, this is a major arcana card. It's actually the major arcana card for Aries. But it is a card of establishing yourself out in the world. It's that card that when you're leaving home, when you're taking on a job of responsibility. It can be a card of entrepreneurship, like you're building a business. But it is just a card of it's the father order, right? It's using determination and strength to reach your goals. And also that the order of things, it actually is power and the order of things, doing things in the very masculine, very disciplined way to get what it is that you want. So if you notice, this is a 4, and you got 2 4s down here. 4s are kind of cards of non-movement, not moving, at a standstill. They can be cards of stagnation, but in this particular case, I think they are cards of you're at a resting place. It's like stop for now, take stock of what you have done, heal yourself. There might be some need for self-care here. And again, release the past, and then you can move forward. That's actually what this card says. Release the old and rest. You do need to do some releasing. We just had a full moon. Full moons are good times to release things from your past. New moons are good times to initiate new things, to set intentions for like the coming month, what you would like to manifest. But again, there is some releasing that needs to be done. There's some healing that needs to be done. And I think that needs to happen before you can make this decision. The 4 of Pentacles is actually a card of having enough financially, but it is also a card of not growing financially. Sometimes it's a card of being miserly, like hanging on too tightly to your stuff. The 4, and I just said that, and I kind of was thinking of it because Pentacles are financial. I was kind of thinking of it in that way, but with these cards of messages of releasing, you need to release. Maybe you're hanging on to some other stuff that you need to let go of. The 4 of Cups is kind of a card of dissatisfaction. Well, it's not kind of. It is the card of dissatisfaction. You have, this guy is that a guy? Let me look real close here. I feel like it's a guy. It's kind of androgynous though, so it may be a woman. But, okay, whoever, male, female, whatever it is, he is looking at these 3 cups that are down here. Cups are love, they're emotions, they're romance, their relationships with friends and family. When I say love, it doesn't have to be love of people. It can be love of something that you're doing. Whatever it is, it's in the emotional realm. But anyway, he is looking at these 3 cups. He's very dissatisfied with these 3 cups. There's a 4th cup up here too. It's actually being offered from the divine. He's not even looking at that, or maybe he looked at it and looked back away and was like, ugh. It's a very blah card. It's being in a place of dissatisfaction, not being happy with really any options that you have. Again, you don't really like either one of these options. A decision needs to be made, and you don't like the choices that you have. So here's the thing. This is a no, not right now. This is a you are kind of on hold right now. This is a time for you to heal. It's a time for you to take a beat. Do take stock in what you've done, because it seems like some people have been trying to establish themselves out into the world, and they've worked really hard at that. And there is something to, appreciate about the work that you've done, and recognize that you have some things to celebrate for sure. But as far as this decision is concerned, you need to heal yourself first. Release some things maybe that you're holding on to, some baggage that you need to let go of. Release the past, release the old. You're getting ready to start again. And I say again because this means that you've already been working on this, whatever it is. You're maybe at a standstill, or a place to stop and rest. In this establishing yourself, or whatever it is, for this Aries. Maybe it's a relationship for some of you. So you are going to move forward, but this is a place to rest right now. And I asked, this was the advice, I asked, what advice we could get from the angels and ancestors for the pile 2, and this advice is release the old and rest. And I think all of these cards, with all of these 4s here, and with this card of rest, and this card of being at an impasse, and this card of dissatisfaction, I think it's very clear this is very much at a place of rest. What it's telling you to do, or the advice, is to let go of some things that you need to let go of from the past, but just generally rest and take care of yourself. And then I asked the Sacred Traveler, when I pulled the Sacred Traveler card, I asked, what can pile 2 do to help them with this situation, whether it is a yes or no? What can pile 2 do? What action can they take? The action card that you got here is passion and pleasure. Savor your life. So I love that with this. Definitely goes along with this. Celebrate your successes. You've had some success here. So don't forget to look at how far you've come. You've come a long way, baby. And appreciate how far you've come. But when you are resting, when you're taking this time out to take care of yourself, to maybe pamper yourself a little bit, that doesn't mean you have to be stagnant. You can have some fun. You can dance. You can sing. You can howl at the moon. Go out at night and howl at the moon. Don't forget to have some fun while you're here in this place of things not moving forward right now. It's okay. This happens for everybody. It's always happening for a good reason. It is happening right now for you guys because you do need to take a time out. You need to rest and you need to take care of yourself. But you can also have fun while you're doing that. Don't forget that. Okay, so that's all I have for my pile 2s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, you guys. So if you chose pile 3 with the citrine quartz on the pile, then these are going to be your messages for the yes or no. Pick a card. The citrine is a really happy stone. It actually promotes happiness and joy, and encourages warmth. It's just a really, really very happy stone. I love it. Okay. So for this particular pick a card, I have so many things going on here. I have tarot cards, I have oracle cards. I'm going to pull it all out at the same time and try to get a definitive yes or no for your question. Some of the cards I asked a little bit different question about before I pulled the cards, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But all right, for the Sacred Traveler, you got watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. For the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, you got summer, bask in joy and light. For the regular Rider-Waite tarot, went back to my old 25-year-old Rider-Waite. We got the 9 of Cups, the Moon card, and the Knight of Swords. For the Druid Craft Tarot, I pulled these to just give some further clarification on the tarot message here. We got 8 of Wands and 8 of Pentacles. Okay, those are good. So 8s are ambition and forward movement. Those cards kind of look like that. Okay, I'm definitely going to pull some clarifiers on this. Not before I give you a yes or no, because I think it's a yes. With these 8s down here, 8s are the cards of success, ambition, drive. Those, you know, that seems awful yes to me. With this 9 of Cups, that's wish fulfillment, so that's a definite yes for me. You've got really good cards down here. This is interesting, so I'm going to pull some cards for these, but overall this is definitely a yes. Like I said, okay, so 9 of Cups, I can't hang on to it. So 9 of Cups is actually the card of wish fulfillment. Whatever it is that you wish for, you have. It's a card of abundance. It's a card of, now he may be a little bit overindulgent, maybe a little bit, but mostly it's a card of absolutely getting what you want, being in a place of tremendous abundance. The Moon card, major arcana for Pisces, but this kind of indicates there's something going on beneath the surface that you don't get to know about. It's a card of intuition. Maybe you have to use your intuition here. There's it's usually a card of you're traveling down this path, you're just having to, it's dark, you can't see everything. It's lit a little bit by the moonlight, but certainly not as much as it would be in the light of day. You're just having to use your instincts to move forward. It's a card of intuition. But there's stuff going on beneath the surface. Sometimes it can be deception, trickery, those kinds of things, lies, deceit. Sometimes it's just you don't get to know right now. It's not time for you to know, right? This is a card of sudden movement, unexpected change, very fast moving energy. So I do feel like this is a yes. I feel like something's going to change very quickly for you, but you kind of can't see you don't see it coming. Like, maybe you've been waiting for it for a long time and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. All of a sudden, something happens. We don't necessarily see what that is. Okay, so all of a sudden, speaking of all of a sudden, 8 of Wands is like new creative ideas, new energy coming in, new vitality coming in. It's just a plethora of energy, ideas, creativity, movement. It's a really, really, really positive card, particularly after a time of stagnation. Things are moving in very quickly, and the message of this card is use it or lose it. All right. I love that he's taking up one of these ones and using it. It's like, use it. You've got all this coming to you swiftly. So you do want to use it. The 8 of Pentacles is the Apprentice card. It's a card of working at something you love to create financial abundance in your life. If you were asking about a job, I think this is a definite. You're getting some work. It is something you love. You're not expecting it, but it's coming into you fast. maybe something that you were wishing for in the summertime, maybe a dream that you had in the summertime while you were daydreaming and then watching the clouds go by. Think back to the summer. What were you wishing for? It feels like that's coming in for you right now, very quickly. I do want to get a card for the moon. We'll see if we can figure out what this is about. So again, sometimes you don't get to know because you would make a wrong decision. You'd take a wrong path if you knew the information. If you knew what was going on beneath the surface, you probably would not make the right decision. And that's why you don't get to see sometimes until it's time. It looks like it's going to be time really quickly, but let's just see. Can I get, why is this moon card here? Can I get a clarifier on this moon, please? Clarifier on this moon. Thank you. Clarify this moon for us. Why is this moon here? Okay. You're going to get some help. You get some financial help. Some expected financial help is coming to you from looks like from a person. Maybe somebody you know is giving you something in the material realm that helps you achieve this goal. Is there anything else about the moon card? Okay, so the other clarifier for this card is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is kind of conflict. Like there's something going on. It's not good conflict. It's fighting actually. The message of this card: if you want to, you can win. But it's kind of like at what cost? He's got a really smug look on his face. He looks like he's got some bad karma coming back to him for winning this. It's not a good situation. These guys are walking away, so sometimes it's better to walk away from a fight. That's kind of what this message is saying, but there is some conflict going on. So when you talk about what's going on beneath the surface, I think there's some conflict. The reason you don't get to know about it right now is because you don't need to, because it does not affect what's happening with you. You're still getting what it is that you want, what it is maybe you've been working hard for, or maybe you've been trying to manifest for a long time. There are things going on beneath the surface that you don't even need to get involved in. Some help is coming to you from an outside source. It's coming to you, maybe coming to you from somebody that you know. Somebody that's got some money that, this is a card of reciprocity. Like if you have, you give. If you need, you take. These guys are beggars down here, and this is a very rich person. So somebody's helping you with this behind the scenes. It may be somebody you know. It may not be somebody you know. But you kind of don't even need to worry about this. You don't even need to know about this, is what this card is saying. You're being helped through this situation, whatever it is. I want to get... I love that this Knight of Swords is here, especially with this Eight of Wands, because that does indicate fast-moving energy to me. But I do want to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say about this. It can be unexpected news, like some unexpected changes, some news coming in that changes this situation, that moves the situation to a yes really quickly. So... why is this Knight of Swords here? Ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh, guys. That's beautiful. Okay, why is this not... it's unexpected. It's huge. It's beautiful. It's overflowing with abundance. This is abundance. Mother Earth, abundance, having everything that you can possibly need. I think it's... kind of Taurus energy. It's not really the, is it? The major arcana for Taurus. No, it's not really the major arcana for Taurus, but it feels Taurusy to me. But it's definitely Mother Earth, living in abundance, giving birth to a creative process. This has got a lot of creativity in this message in this card too. And this card is just, you know, that state of euphoria that you have in a new relationship where everything, you know, the grass is greener, the sky is bluer. I don't want to curse. It's a shit ton of blessings, you guys. It's like overflowing with abundance, more than enough. You may be this person. You may become this person that you can help other people. It's way more than enough. This is sudden. This is beautiful, and it's coming to you. I'm not even going to spoil it. I'm with trying to get a time frame for you guys. I feel like it's happening fast. I feel like it's coming in fast. Maybe, okay, so here's a little bit of a time frame, maybe Pisces time, which is January, February. I don't feel like this is a time frame for when it's coming. I think this is a time frame for when you were daydreaming about it, when you initiated this, when you manifested this, when you decided this is what you want. That's why, to me, that's why the summer is there. This is when you decided what it is that you want, and it is coming to you, and it is coming to you quickly. All right, so for the Angels and Ancestors card, I just asked what words of advice can you give to pile threes, and this says summer, bask in joy and light. I think that you don't have to worry about any of this. This is beautiful and it's coming to you, but it's reminding you to be in that place of joy, to be in the light and be in a place of joy and happiness and having that in your life all the time. When life is this good, it is absolutely not hard to be joyful and happy and see all the good in people and in nature and in life. But this card is saying to be in that space all of the time. The watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. This is just beautiful. It's just, this is appreciation. Don't forget to have an appreciation for life and actively pursue. And because I asked on the Sacred Traveler, I asked, what can pile 3 do? Sit back, relax, bask in the beauty of nature, watch the clouds go by. The universe has got this. Lie back, rest, and relax. It's coming to you. Be in a state of happiness and joy and just wait. It's coming to you. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful, you guys. Okay, so that's all I have for my pile 3s. Congratulations, and definitely put the comments down below when this happens. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, welcome back, guys. If you chose pile 4 for your yes or no pick a card messages, here we go. Pile 4 had the rough cut amethyst on it. The amethyst promotes balance, peace, harmony, and it also promotes cerebral thought, intelligence, and the literal meaning of it is not intoxicated. So when people want to be grounded, sometimes they'll use that amethyst stone, but it's really, really pretty. Okay, so I have so much going on here. I got Oracle, I got Tarot. I'm just going to pull it all out at the same time, and we'll see if we can find a definitive yes or no to your question. For the Tarot this time, I went back to my 25-year-old, probably more than 25-year-old Rider-Waite deck. I just love these cards. They're worn out. They got some oil on them. Probably need to have somebody restore them. But anyway, They have my energy all in them, so they're very easy for me to read. The first card we have for the Rider-Waite Tarot is the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Lover's card. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got two for the Sacred Traveler, and we'll talk about those. I got a couple oracle cards here. I got Angels and Ancestors, Sacred Traveler. So the Angels and Ancestors oracle, you got Stargazers. Set your sights higher. And for the Sacred Traveler, you got Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. And you got Unknown Territory. You are exactly where you need to be. All right, so I got a couple of Druidcraft Tarot. I'm gonna move these over this way. To kind of go with this tarot, to just kind of further clarify this message. And we got the Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords. I think this is a no, you guys. Could be a maybe. Let's talk through this. Okay. The reason I think it might be a maybe is because of this card. The Lover's card. It's the card of choice. It's a card of two people that you love. It's a card of making a decision between something that you love and something else. It's a card of making a decision between somebody you love and somebody else. It's definitely a decision in love. In the right spread, with the right cards around it, it can mean literally like a new romance, like a new love is coming into your life. I definitely do not see that at all with these cards. I feel like this is saying choice. The traditional meaning of the Lover's card is choice. There is a decision that has to be made. The choice is yours. Now, what is the choice about? That's kind of tricky here. I think maybe you can't decide. The Seven of Cups is that card of you have, what's it called? Disillusionment or illusion. You have too many options almost. Like you can have absolutely anything that you want, and it's a little bit of pie in the sky, daydreaming. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. There are so many things that you can do. There's so many things that you want. It is very hard for you to make a decision right now. I don't know why. Maybe just because there's so many things that you want. It's hard to get clear. And I think you're trying to make a choice on what you're going to do next, and you're not very clear about it. Okay, so let's talk about the Nine of Swords. Is a card of worry. It's a card of anxiety. It's a card of being up at night. It's a card of, I don't know what I'm going to do next. It's a card of the boogeyman under the bed. There's a lot of fear. Most of it is in your head. It's very imagined fear. Everything is fine. Do not worry about anything. The Three of Swords. I'm going to actually get a clarifier on this and see why this is here. I think I know why this is here, because there's just there are so many options. You honestly do not know which option to take. And kind of the message of this Seven of Cups is you got to pick one. You got to pick one. You know, yes, you can have anything that you want, but you have to make a decision. You got to get clear on what it is that you want. The Three of Swords is actually a heartbreak. It is the card of being hurt, really. Now, the good thing about the Three of Swords is a lot of times there's some stuff festering underneath the surface. There's stuff going on that, like in a relationship, not necessarily in a love relationship, but maybe in a relationship with family, in a relationship with friends, maybe in a relationship with yourself. There's just stuff going on beneath the surface, and there's a lot of hurt and there's a lot of pain. The good news is the three begins the healing process of that pain. It's like lancing a wound. If you lance it, then all of that stuff can come out. It bursts out into the world. You speak it. You speak. You're able to say what it is that has hurt you. You're able to talk about it with someone. Or you're able to deal with it in some way so that you can let it go, so it can begin to heal. If that three doesn't happen, if that hurt is all underneath the surface, it just festers and it will never heal. It just keeps like a boil under the skin. It will never heal. So that is the good part about the Three of Swords, is that at least now it's out in the open and you can begin to heal it, whatever it is. Okay. This is interesting over here. Here's the thing, there's a lot of interesting messages here, but I don't see any coagulation. It's not all coming together. The Three of Wands is a very cool card. It's a card of moving out into the world. It can be a card of travel. It can be a card of beginnings of creative ideas and adventures. In the Two of Wands, he's standing on the shore and he's looking out at the world and seeing which way he wants to go. In the Three of Wands, he's taken one of those ones. He's decided. A decision has been made which cup he wants. He's moving out on the world with that wand. And wands are energy, wands are creative ideas, wands are travel, wands are adventures. It's moving forward. So I think for some of you, you're at the beginning stages, and it looks like the successful beginning stages of a new adventure or a new creative idea. So then here you have the Seven of Wands, which says you're in a good position, but you're also in a defensive position. You're having to defend whatever it is whatever this is, whatever this wand is. There's some pressure here not to hold this position, whatever position it is that you've taken. Maybe this idea that you have, or this creative vision that you have. There's some pressure not to hold that vision. But the message of this card is saying, hold tight, you're in a good position, stand your ground. So that's what the Seven of Wands says. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this out, and then I'm going to have to get some clarifiers and see what the heck is going on. So I asked, with the angels and ancestors, I asked what words of wisdom they have for pile 4. Regardless of whether this is a yes or a no or a maybe, what words of wisdom do you have? And the card that we got is Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Interesting. So then the Sacred Traveler, I just pulled one card for my other piles, and you guys got two. So the question I asked with the Sacred Traveler was, what can pile 4 do? What action can pile 4 take? And the message that you got is Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. I think that goes with this. In unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay. I think that might go with this. You have some of you have made a decision what creative adventure you want next, what creative venture or adventure you want next, and you've moved out. You started moving in that direction, and it's kind of you've have a little bit of early success in a creative venture, or you are looking at some travel that you want to do, or maybe traveling is a part of your creative adventure or your creative idea. There's some pressure not to do that. There's some pressure not to pursue this, but this card is saying hold tight to your position. You're in a good position. It's a good idea. It's going to work. It's new to you. You're in unknown territory. You've never done it before, but that's okay. You will have everything that you need to be successful. And this card is saying you are exactly where you need to be. Always, always, always good confirmation from Spirit. You are in the right place. You are where you need to be. Okay. So coming back to this section over here, this daydreaming about what it is, the choice that you want to make here, and the direction that you want to go in. Daydreaming about all the options you have, and maybe even a little bit of worry about all the options that you have and not knowing which direction to take. Though I say the message of this card is pick one, go with it. You can change your mind later. It doesn't have to be a forever thing. It's not the rest of your life. Just make a decision and go with it. That's kind of the message of this card. Well, with this card from the angels and the ancestors, the words of wisdoms are this card says set your sights higher. You're not dreaming high enough. Though you're daydreaming, it's like you're worried about this over here, and it's really small stuff anyway. It's like, none of those options are good anyway. Go for this cup. What's this cup? This big, bright, beautiful, dry on land, meaning it could happen. Go for this cup. Forget all this pie in the sky, mamby-pamby, little bitty daydreams that you have. Go for this guy. Set your sights higher. That's what that's saying. I think this is a no, you guys. I think there's so much going on here. It's kind of hard to pull it all together. But some of you have a decision that you are trying to make. You're trying to figure out what you want to manifest next. This is saying set your sights higher. You're thinking too small. Some of you have some healing to do, and there is healing coming in. This is actually saying you have that healing energy inside of you. You absolutely will be able to heal from whatever this heartbreak is. And then for some of you, you're being encouraged to hold your position. It's almost like, no, don't go out. You're in the right place. Hold your position wherever you're at. Wherever you're at is the right position for you to be at. Oh, Lord. Okay. So this is a no. This is a no. This is just advice. Some healing has to happen here. What to clarify? I don't even know what to clarify. Okay, let's look at the Lovers. Why is this Lovers here? Tell us what this choice is about. Why is this Lovers here? Let's just be more generic. Why is the Lovers card here? Why is the Lovers card here? That's almost the same card. Notice the two people and the... okay, so in addition to being the major arcana for Capricorn, Gemini, Capricorn, the Devil card is about being stuck. It is about, it can be a card of stuck in excesses like overabundance or overindulgence in things like sugar, alcohol, any other kind of drug situation. It can be stuck. Actually, okay. All right, there's a third message here. Okay. This pile 4 is kind of like the reading for all. It's like everybody that didn't get their question answered in pile 1, 2, or 3. This is for all y'all, and there's like several messages. Let me be clear about this. For all of you guys, the answer is no, but there's several messages that are going on here. This is a very interesting reading. Okay, I feel like this is a relationship. I feel like this choice, there is a relationship here. There's a choice that needs to happen in a relationship. I feel like it's a choice of staying in a relationship or leaving a relationship. It feels like like you feel like you have to stay in this relationship. You feel like there's a stuckness in this relationship. Maybe you're addicted to this person. It happens, believe me, no judgment. But with this 3 of Swords, that feels like there's a third party situation in this relationship, or there's a lot of pain in it. Like it's not good. It's not a healthy relationship. It's not good. It may be a codependent relationship. That happens sometimes too with the Devil. The Devil card just does read a lot like addiction sometimes. It's definitely stuck energy. It's not real. It's like it's in your head. You're doing it to yourself. You can get out of this. Look, these chains are so loose. You can get out of this situation anytime that you want to. You can be free. You can move on. You can heal from the situation and move on. The good, like I said about this hurt, the pain going on here, with the 3 of Swords, it is a lancing. It means that it's bursting open. It's bursting open, and now you can deal with it. So it's a no for this relationship. It's not a good relationship. You actually need to get out of it. I hate to say that. You can't tell somebody what they need to do. I think you'll find that if you look at it objectively, it's a very painful relationship. It's not a healthy relationship for you. There's maybe a third party situation going on. There's at least a lot of pain in this relationship. So this is a no. It would serve you, maybe, since all this is out in the open now. It's all come out in the open. It's almost like one of those relationships where things were going on beneath the surface. You didn't know what was happening. Well, guess what? It's all out in the open now. So the good news is that you can heal it, and then you can move forward. Healing energy flows through you. You're being helped too, by the way. Look at this angelic looking person. These are your guardian angels that are helping you to heal. They're going to help you heal from this, and you can absolutely heal from this situation. These people, okay. Stop worrying about this little bitty, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. None of this is good enough for you. Take this cup, think you need to, and stop worrying, by the way, about any of it. Whenever you get to a place where you can't see clearly, you don't know which direction you need to go in, just stop and enjoy life. Go out in nature, ride a bike, go swimming. What do people like to do? Play tennis, go to a movie, go visit with your friends from a distance. Like a good safe social distance, but just get out of the house, walk around downtown, do something. Enjoy your life. Get away from this. Stop worrying about it. When you do come back to a place where you feel like you want to set intentions, good time to do that is at the full moon, when you're, wanting to decide which daydream you want to pursue. When you do come back to it later, after you're out, go have some fun, get away from this for a bit, set your sights higher. You're kind of dreaming a little, you're better than this. You're better than what you can even imagine right now. That's why you need to get away from it for now. You're not seeing the whole picture. So get away from it now, for now. Come back to it later. Okay, these people down here, again, it looks like you guys are wanting to go out on a new adventure. You're wanting to travel somewhere. You want to go somewhere else. This is saying it's not time. Hold your position. You are, stand your ground. You're in the right place right now. Unknown territory. Yeah, you don't understand what's happening, maybe. You are in unknown territory with this situation. You feel like you want to move and break out and go do something else. This is saying, no, it's not the time. You are exactly where you need to be. Okay, so, wow. That was exhausting, but I hope that there's like 3 messages here. They're all no. They're all no, but there's 3 messages here, and I hope that that was very helpful for you guys. Please do comment down below if this speaks to you in any way or you understand what's going on here. Maybe you're one of the, maybe this is all you got all 3 of these things going on. Who knows? But I hope that was helpful, and I'm sending you guys lots of light and love. Until next time, namaste.